What's up, everybody? This is vlog number 2. Today's a little bit different. We don't got too much of anything going on, but I'm just gonna kind of fill you in with how my morning is going. A huge thank you to everybody who watched vlog 1. I hope you guys were able to enjoy it. Excuse the basic quality of the camera. Right now I'm still using my iPhone until I scoop my DSLR, which should be in the next couple days. This is just gonna be like a little rundown of my morning. I'm running to Starbucks right now. I'm gonna bring you on that little journey with me. Once I get back from Starbucks, I'm gonna do a couple Q&As because we got a couple questions. Hopefully these questions keep flowing in, and hopefully the people keep tuning into the vlogs. And if not, I don't even care. We got like my core supporters. That's all I need, you know? I don't need everybody watching these, just the people who actually care to watch these, you know? So shout to everyone who already commented and encouraged me to do these vlogs. They'll get very good because I'm like, it's something that I want to be good at. I feel like the vlog should be high quality and like next level. So I'm going to be continuing to improve my skills. Like I said on the last video on the description, please feel free to comment below if you have any tips on how to do a better vlog or what you'd like to see in a vlog, anything like that. I'm completely open to feedback, you know? And I won't have no feelings about it if you do want to just let me know something that you want to see or anything like that. And then, like I said, after I get back from Starbucks, we're going to go over some Q&As and a couple other things about the movement. So, let's ride. Quiet.
I guess it's back to the drawing board. This position made my bad decisions, know it so well because here I...
How you doing? Can I just get an iced latte with, a large iced latte, sorry, with soy and toffee nut? Just scooped up my soy iced latte. I try to get it daily if I'm like tired and I need to wake up, just because it's like it's vegan. I don't have to deal with any of that dairy, nothing like that. So I just try to get one of those a day when I'm going to be doing writing or when I want to get productive, you know. So in the beginning of every day, I usually head down to Starbucks and just scoop up a coffee, you know, that daily coffee run. So I usually make that run, and then after I scoop up my coffee and water, I head back home, and that's what we're about to do now. And then I'm gonna go over some Q&As, and you'll see.
In love with a girl that's seen things you never seen, smoking on that potent bomb, she's lifted off that evergreen. Time goes by, but you continue to feel helpless. Money's in the rhyme, but every crime is never noted. Got my homie in San Quentin, right across that Bay Bridge, praying he gon' stay safe while his time is acting patient. Got Christ in that pray cross, Drew's mine, made pump, jog running like chainsaws. I know he's gonna get off the...
Layla, come on, hey, go, go. Go ahead, keep going. Say what's up to the people. Luna, Didi. Little farm town over here. Huh. How they? Alright, so now I'm back at the house. We got the Starbucks on deck. We're ready to go. So now what I want to do is just take a couple minutes and answer a couple questions that were left on my last vlog. Had to make that Starbucks run. Introduce you to Layla, of course. Now I'm just gonna go through the first video. Excuse Layla, she's probably gonna be interrupting the whole thing. There she goes again. Layla, shut the fuck up. But I'm gonna read through these comments and kind of answer questions that that people had, or kind of just speak on what people were saying. The first one I see is from the homie Savage Oscar. Layla, what do you want, mama? She's down here by my feet now. The first one is by Savage Oscar. He said, dope vlog. Thank you, bro. How did you first get into actually writing and rapping yourself? And how did you improve your flow? So, Layla, shut up. She wants to answer the question apparently. So basically, I first started making music by, it was just an outlet for me, like legitimately. I would just sit. I was like as a kid, I was a really dark person, so I would just literally sit there and write music to kind of vent my mind. It was more of an outlet than anything. Then before you know it, it just became a huge hobby of mine. And then after it was a huge hobby of mine, people started listening to it. And you know, people back home actually started supporting me. So once people started supporting, I'm like, where could this go? And eventually, gradually, it turned into, you know, what would now be my career. Like, that's literally all I do it for. And I'm not doing it now just as an outlet. It still works as an outlet, but I'm not doing it just for an outlet. I'm doing this, you know, to help other people, to help them relate with their problems. People are like, you really helped me out. You know, that if I can do that for one person each time I drop a song, that's all I wish to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously, eventually it full circled, and now I'm at where I'm at, and everything is a career step, and where I can go next, and what the possibilities are, and what I want out of this, you know? And how did I improve my flow? Yo, I started this shit in 2008, and I was terrible. I was so bad at music. If I had heard me, I'd have been like, bro, why are you trying this? But just through consistency, you know, I've consistently put out music, and I've always worked very hard. So what I usually have to do is when Layla's walking around and whining and complaining, I usually have to, usually I have to get the heating pad for her because she likes to be warm. Then I have to get a blanket. Then I have to put Cheerios in the blanket so she gets in with the heating pad. This is a result. Anyways, that's what I have to do for Layla to lay down and kind of get comfortable so she doesn't cry the whole video. Sorry to my homie Savage Oscar for interrupting your whole shit. Let's get into a couple more comments and things like that now that Layla's getting comfortable with the heating pad. Like a little kid, I swear. Shout out to Angel Castillo. It says, Rowlan, visit the major areas of Hollywood. Get a few ideas about your verses, about the experience, because Hollywood is full of surprises. And then we will be able to get to see the experience that you got with you. Much love. I hope it gives you a good idea for the next vlog. Shout to you. I wasn't doing it this vlog and I wasn't planning on it, but it might be an idea that I run with because I think that's a good idea. There's a lot going on in Hollywood always, and a bunch of different areas that we could explore and I could show you guys. I've done a little bit of venturing out there, but I haven't really I haven't actually explored. I just go there for like certain events and certain shows and shit like that. So that's what I've done in the past. But yeah, that would be a dope vlog. When I get my real camera and I can start editing properly, then yeah, I will, I'll do that. Most likely. I don't want to promise, but most likely I will do that. Alyssa Garcia, all love. She said, where can I buy merch if I wanted to buy something? So you can either go to, I'll put the link right here, but you can either go to Rowlan.bigcartel.com or you can go to rowlanmusic.com/shop, and that will have all the merchandise that are available. We have a bunch of t-shirts left. The hoodies are sold out outside of like a couple ones that I can do special orders for, but the hoodies are all sold out until I roll out the next thing of hoodies. So that's where you can get the merch at. I had a couple people ask me that. So Antonio Hernandez said, when you do a Q&A next vlog, talk or show how you lost the weight. So I'm gonna put so this is where I went from this to this. So, or this to this. I don't know which side I'm gonna put it on, but I'm gonna show you where I went from. I was at 237 at my heaviest, and now I'm at my lightest. I'm at 274, 275. One of those. I mean, damn, gained mad weight. No, I went from 237 at my heaviest to now 174 or 175. I don't know what I am right now, but I'm at my lightest right now because and how I did it, honestly, the first weight loss started when I started playing basketball. I tried to make a habit of doing it at least 5 times a week just to get my cardio in. Then when I moved out here to LA, I actually became vegan, so I don't do any dairy, any meat, any animal-based products. I'm not one of those like, if you're not a vegan, die. I just like really care about animals. I mean, I have a pet pig. I see how intelligent my pig is, and I don't think it's any different than eating a dog for you guys, because you might have a pet dog. So the way I see it is, you know, I love animals, and I don't think it's right that we treat certain animals different than other animals because of the type of animal they are, you know? When pigs are either smarter or just as smart as dogs, which is, it's a crazy thing to think about, but it's our society, and nothing's gonna change unless, you know, we wanna change. So I was like, you know what, let me try being vegan for a week, and I ended up sticking with it, and I will say that's where the rest of my weight loss comes into play. And although I started this vegan thing for animals and what I believe in, I'm now seeing the health benefits, and I don't know how I was ever eating the masses, you know, the meat that the masses eat and the things that we shop for at the grocery store. Now I try to stay all organic. I try to shop at just farmers markets. LA makes it very easy to do so because there's a farmers market like every day somewhere out here. So yeah, that's how I lost the majority of my weight, just dieting, and outside of dieting, staying active. You know, the cardio is so much, and we only have one body, so you should really learn to take care of it early on so you don't end up with diabetes and things like that. Because the way I was headed, I would have absolutely had diabetes. Like, it runs in my family, so it wouldn't have ended very well for me at all, you know? So yeah, so that's that. Thanks for everybody showing love. And Malaya Declan, I also, I hope you caught the part, Rowlan.bandcamp.com or rowlanmusic.com/shop. Thank you guys for all the love. It's like, it's so extremely dope that you guys hold me down like you do. Drew said, next vlog you should introduce yourself and tell us about your career and stuff. So basically, I'm Rowlan. I'm a hip hop artist. Actually I'm not a hip hop artist, I'm an artist, because I've been on my really melodic shit and songwriting lately. So I can't say I'm just a hip hop artist. I like to say that I'm gonna venture out into every different piece of music that I can. So I'm not a hip hop artist, I'm an artist / songwriter / producer. That's not the title I really give myself publicly and things like that, but that's what I actually do, and that's where I want to take my career. So, you know, songwriting, all that stuff. So, I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, which is a small place all the way in the Northeast, outside of Boston. Not many people have heard of it, but it's like a small little. It's like a vacation land. It's really good for the summer. It's dead in the winter, a very depressing place almost, just because of like how the youth's raised, how many deaths there are, you know, suicides. There's just nothing to do out there. So that's where I'm from. When I was, I think, 19, I moved out off Cape to Taunton, Massachusetts, which is outside of Boston. And yeah, I started doing music there. Then I think I was 22, and I decided to take the leap to LA. And when I moved to LA, I moved into Long Beach, East Side Long Beach. It's like the hood, like Crip Central, like Snoop Dogg's old neighborhood. Then I moved to like North Hollywood, downtown area. And then like a month or so ago, I moved here, and now I'm in now I'm deep in the valley. I'm like West Hills, Canoga Park, Calabasas area, you know, out where Jersey Beach. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, now I'm in Canoga Park, West Hills, Calabasas area. So I'm just further up in the valley, but I'm in LA now. My career, like I said earlier, started as just an outlet, and now it's become my career, my everything, ultimately, you know? The way I can help the world, the way that I can help myself, the way I can get my family rich, the way I can win Grammy. It's everything. This is everything to me. It started as just me having an outlet to kind of get my thoughts out, and now it's genuinely everything to me, you know? So that's a little bit about me. More to come when we do start doing more interviews and things like that. So we got, hold on 1 second. I got a comment on my other thing that I feel like I should speak on. They asked me if I produce my own stuff. I don't know if it was on one of these videos. I don't see it right here. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but they asked me if I produce my own stuff, and I have a say in how my production goes, because me and the homie Caesar, my brother right there, Caesar Moreno, you might see him as production credit, CSRMRNO. He's the one behind right now, as of right now, like 80% of my production. So he does most of the stuff. I always have a say on how it goes and how I want certain things to sound, and I'll give him that feedback, and you know, we go back and forth with ideas, but he's the one who actually lays it down a majority of the time. Then I have a homie named Mike Moody, real good dude. That's also my brother. He's a producer and engineer as well. He does the other, I'd say, the rest of my production. You know what I mean? He's been on tour right now, so I haven't been working with him as much, but there's definitely a lot to come. He did some of my songs, Champ. He did Stories. He didn't produce Stories, but he did the mixing on it. But he produced the song Champ, and he produced the song Paradise. So that's him. And then Caesar's pretty much everything else, because me and Caesar have been working for a long time, pretty consistently. We have a big like EP / mixtape coming out pretty soon. I'm not gonna give you a date yet, but yeah, so Caesar's pretty much the one behind most of my production. What Caesar's not behind, it's Mike Moody, and there's a very small selection where I go elsewhere, like Nader Rhodes. I used him for a song that's on the upcoming project, and I'll probably be working with him more because he's a really good dude, good energy, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it for production. I don't like to stray too much, and I don't want to, this isn't to cut anybody off or say that I won't like use you or go through you, but I like to keep my circle small, so then they have me at this point. Once I'm eating, we're all eating very well. You know what I mean? I don't try to circle outside. I don't try to go out my circle too much. I try to keep it pretty personal and tight niche. Then we don't have to worry about all the extra stuff, you know? So that's what that is. But yeah, so that's my production for the most part. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I didn't want to make this too long, and this is probably going to be a pretty long vlog, but I did want to let you guys know who I am a little bit more, and I feel like this does so. You know, these face-to-faces, I feel like these are really good. Every now and then, at least. The other vlogs are like fun stuff. Once I get my new camera, it's going to be off the chain. I can't wait to show you what I'm capable of with these vlogs, and I've been watching a lot of like tutorials and things like that, so hopefully I get good with the editing and I can show you guys what I can do with the vlogs. Let me just take a minute and shout out to my homie Matt Johnson, who owns or runs, co-owns, I'm not sure exactly what it is, Mobius Media Solutions. He's the one behind 90% of my music videos. All the amazing ones that you've seen are pretty much Mobius. He does very well, the team does very well, and they've been behind me, or I can say Matt himself and the company has been behind me since I was a terrible artist. I mean, if you look back at like my Rich by 8400 trailer and things like that, this man has been behind me since I was this fat kid who sucked at rapping. So shout to Matt, like that's genuinely my brother. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for you, bro. I hope you get to see this, and I hope you like what I'm doing with these vlogs. We've both been extra busy, so we haven't been able to really touch base too much, but yeah, so ultimately, thank you guys for kicking it with me. I hope this was good. I still always want feedback. Please drop comments below on other things you'd like to see or just other questions you have. I always like doing Q&As because that helps us grow closer. That helps me tell you who I am. That helps you know who I am, you know? So I hope these vlogs so far have helped you understand more of a person that I am outside of the music. But if not, I mean, keep watching, because eventually you'll understand like what I'm about, who I am, and things like that. But it's all love. Please subscribe if you have not. This was my daily Starbucks run and just a couple Q&As. So vlog number 2 wrapped up. Love.